I've listed here some of my sort of, I guess, recommended measures for these times, measures or KPIs, or how to evaluate performance. One of my favorite things, and it's a really easy one to work with, is mix percent. So, simply taking, whether it's just taking your range and Rubik's cubing it. So you might take your styles and your options and add up all of your sales by color, and into your different color groups. Add up all of your stock into your different color groups. Add up your margin into your different color groups, and express them as a percentage mix or percentage contribution. So, if, just to make it very, very simple, if black represents 60% and yellow represents 20% and blue represents the other 20%. So that might be what your profile is from a sales mix point of view. But then when you evaluate your stock mix, you might find that your black is only at 40% of your stock holding, and that yellow and blue are making up a much higher remaining percentage. And straight away from that, you can start to get a read of how your black is overperforming. And when you start thinking about what you're going to commit next, you might put more effort into your black, more investment into your black to top that back up and stay in step. And I like to do it across sales, stock, and margin, because that will really help you zoom in on where your profitability is coming from. It's a really quick and simple little analysis to do, and you can do it on just about anything. You can do it on fabrication, you can do it on sleeve lengths, you can do it on just about any attribute of your range. And like I say, it just gives you a really quick read so that you can understand how things are performing. That can inform your markdown decisions, and it also helps you then think about, with the next investment that you're going to make, what do you want to emphasize? In these times as well, and as we sort of move through, I think trend measures are going to be really valuable. So as opposed to your traditional refer to last year or refer to a budget, your trend measures are the ones that are just showing you how are you progressing. Are you on an upward curve? Are you holding steady? Are you still in a decline? So it's just measuring that rate of sale week on week, or your drop-offs or growths on the previous month. So if you can just going from March into April, or whether it's June into July, of course there'll be some seasonality, but monitoring that step change week on week or month on month, and trying to see a progression over time in the now, as opposed to having to rely on last year, will give you a better read for the moment on how you're doing. I love sell-through. I've always loved sell-through. One of the things I love about it is it's a great leveler. It doesn't really matter whether you had a lot or a little, because when you compare things based on sell-through, you are making them comparable. So the rate at which you sell through your black dress, if you bought 20 of them and you've sold 10 of them, you've sold through 50%. You might have bought 100 units of something else and sold through only 30%. And you can compare them, even though they're quite different volumes, and you can see which one is working faster. Of course, the volume comes into it at some point, but you're probably not going to have such disparate numbers across your business, and it just gives you a good way to compare which things are taking off quickly. Normally a sell-through will give you an indication very quickly of whether something's working. And again, when our numbers are going to probably change from what we're used to seeing, that's a way for you to be able to tell quickly the rate of your sale relative to your stock holding is a good way to go. I had a note in there about relational measures, and by that I simply mean ones that involve sales and stock, or sales and margin. Again, because we've just got such moving and shifting times that I think bringing all of your measures together and getting stock turns and forward covers, if you have a forward sales plan, they give you more of a read of where you're going. I love forward cover. And percentage change is still relevant. I don't think you should be chucking away your history. I do still think it's worth tracking how are you comparing to last year, or how are you comparing to a budget. I would just de-emphasize some of the decisions I would make from that at the moment until you are in a clearer space again.